Welcome back to the Boys and Ball podcast. Boom, right into college football. Had some wild bowl games. Boys, the Green Wave
Yeah.
Yeah, that green wave, bro.
took down USC.
Yes, they did.
I feel bad
Absolutely.
for Caleb Williams. That kid,
Tulane Green Wave.
that kid played a great game, and that defensive coordinator for USC played an awful game.
All I'm saying is, when you allow the opposing running back to go 17 carries for 206 yards and 4 tugs, you're going down.
The
Yeah.
quarterback also rushed for almost 100 yards too, on top of throwing 2 tutties.
Yeah.
Like, they did not have an answer for Tulane's offense,
No.
and that sucks.
And it's dope because Tulane completed 8 passes.
Yeah.
So it's just, that boy Michael Pratt, 83 rushing yards. Tajay Spears, 205. You can't stop it. Now, it leads to the question of, is Tulane the dumbest school of all time? In their program's history, they have been a part of the SEC. Were they dumb for leaving? Because they're back.
Yeah. I don't know. They struggled for big period during
Yeah, but did they struggle because they weren't a part of the SEC?
I think they struggled because of where they are.
What, in Louisiana? New Orleans?
Yeah, but there's way bigger schools there.
So,
I don't know. It's debatable.
I don't know, but it'd be nice
Tulane
to see if
versus
they
the world.
Tulane versus world. It'd be
Tulane
nice
versus
if they
world.
continued to be as dominant as they were this year, and they were and to see if they eventually continue the success and maybe move on to a better conference. But we also don't know because now some of these non-power 5 schools are going to be able to get a chance at a playoff spot. So do they even need to leave? They
Not
can just
really.
run. They can just run the train on the CUSA and
Yeah.
just get into the playoffs almost every year.
I mean, they had 2 losses this year, so you like to see if they can build off of that. Give them 2 years when that playoff hits that what is it, 12 teams?
Yeah, 12-team playoffs.
Go
yeah.
crazy.
yeah.
But Dan, I know you're a huge fan of Purdue. What happened?
First of all, that's a wild statement. Not a fan of Purdue. But
No, I'm pretty sure you told us that off camera like 7 times yesterday.
oh yeah. Hold on. Let's
Literally, I think before that bowl game, all you were saying was, "Dude, Purdue's so underrated. Watch out, they're gonna smack LSU."
Yeah, I definitely
What
said
happened?
Purdue by 97. Like I just fell apart. Like the best team in the Big Ten, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to the conference championship game.
When the conference championship, they lost.
Better than Penn State, yeah.
It's unfortunate they got cheated out of that game, definitely.
Facts.
But we just can't compete with the SEC. SEC best conference, obviously in college football. They just beat an SEC school just beat Ohio State. Clap them.
Well, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Okay, you
And
little
don't
rat
even
son of a
say-
bitch.
and don't
You
even say
rat son of a
clap,
bitch.
you rat son of a
Hey, if
bitch.
you want to start throwing wild statements at me, I can throw them right
Dude,
back at you.
don't
Oh,
guys.
you want to hear
say-
another wild statement?
Yeah.
In the Illinois Mississippi State game, Illinois led that game for 59 minutes 56 seconds.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You know what the final score of that game was?
19-10.
19-10.
Yeah, SEC still better than Big Ten. All right, next question. Continue. We can do this.
Yeah, kicked a field goal, took the lead with 4 seconds left, then recovered a fumble and took it to the house. 19-10 dub. Happened in honor of that boy Mike Leach, R.I.P.
Facts.
That boy Mike Leach. Yeah.
I mean, one of the gurus of college football. You got to give him credit where credit is due. He was one of the most innovative minds of college football. He will be missed.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
But
Now, Dan, your absolute favorite school of all time,
okay.
Penn State, got a dub. Now, I think this was a cheap dub because this Utah team was clearly, I think, benched all of their starters. Like, you guys just kind of had a cakewalk here. Like, how do you feel?
See, I don't know about that. I feel like a big part of this dub came to Cameron Rising being an absolute idiot and thinking that he is in fact Lamar Jackson when he is a white boy and cannot do.
You don't need to slide, Dan. You don't need to slide. That's how he beat
Oh.
USC. You don't need to slide.
But he tried to juke so hard that he did take his own knee. Snap that shit.
Yeah, but Dan, you got to think. If he hadn't have taken his own knee, he might have taken 3 knees.
Fair enough.
And I think the reality was he looked at that and went, "Can I end 3 Penn State players' futures in one move?"
Okay. But he
And
didn't.
then his internal mindset was, that's kind of fucked up, you know. In the end, if there's 3 people on one train track and 1 on the other, you save the 3 people.
Okay. I mean, if that's how
You
you
know,
see it, if that's how
yeah.
you see it, I mean, I understand, but it's still a wild statement.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I'm a fan on that.
But I mean, in this game, we did see Nick Singleton break Saquon's, freshman rushing record for touchdowns. If you didn't know that, he broke the record. He broke his record. It's a
That's
Penn
an
State
overrated running back right there.
record. Who? Saquon?
Yeah. He didn't do anything.
Okay.
Hasn't done anything in his entire career. I have no idea how he got drafted 4th overall.
Oh yeah,
Right.
you don't know. How,
Other than
okay.
because he was drafted by an absolute dog shit trash can of an organization.
Dude, do you even do your homework, bro? Saquon Barkley was the number 2 overall pick in his
That's
draft.
even better. Please prove me
Do your
wrong.
fucking homework.
Punch me in the
Do
face.
your homework, bro. Do your homework.
You can complain about us not doing our homework, and here you are.
Yeah,
not
you can
doing
complain
yours.
about me not doing my homework, but we all know in about 30 minutes you're going to be asleep on that fucking camera. Don't talk to me.
Why?
You just put him out there like that. But no. It was a nice. This was a nice wrap up game for Sean Clifford's career. However trash can it was.
Is he finally done?
Yeah, he's done.
That's only been 6 years.
He's only been there forever. So now we got Drew Lar stepping up, which
How do you feel about that, Dan?
I'm excited. I'm excited to see a new kid in there, see how he goes. I mean, it's obviously sucks he's only gonna get 3 years because he got unredshirted, or it was never redshirted. I don't know, but it
Did
sucks.
he play in more than 4 games?
Yeah, he did.
See, you got to play it smarter. You know what Ohio State does? One 5-star plays the backup for 4 games. The other 5-star plays the backup for the other 4 games. And you know who's the backup for the other ones? None. We don't need them.
Oh, so if he gets hurt, you just throw a running back and wildcat the rest of the game, right?
Yeah.
You get it.
Yeah. I mean, our
Or that
quarterbacks
wide
can go play
receiver,
wide
who played
receiver. Why
quarterback in
can't our wide
college.
receivers come play quarterback?
Yeah, you just find that wide receiver that played quarterback in high school.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
Braxton
okay.
Miller, hurt his shoulder. And what do you say? This league's a little too easy. I don't even need to play quarterback. I'm going to go play wide receiver. You know what he did? Hit one of the fattest, nastiest spin moves of all time.
That is
Interesting.
true.
Interesting.
It's facts. He did hit one of the nastiest spin moves of all time.
Yeah. Well,
Broke down an entire Georgia Tech defense or a Virginia Tech defense.
Dude, put them in the
yeah.
blender, bro. Put them in the spin cycle.
Put them in the blender in that spin cycle, destroyed 19 players' careers because there were 8 players on the sideline that also got their ankles broken.
Interesting. That's a wild statement, but I mean, respect
Yeah,
it.
have you not seen this clip that we're speaking of, bro?
No, I've never seen this clip because
Oh my
I
God.
don't care about it.
You've definitely seen it.
I just don't care about dumbass Ohio State quarterbacks who are just athletes who do nothing in the league.
Yeah. Wait. Hey. Terrell Pryor did something in the league. Longest quarterback run in NFL history. All right. Do your homework, idiot.
Got him.
Yeah, my bad. You had one quarterback do anything?
Justin Fields. What?
Has a record.
Most rushing yards by a quarterback? Come on, Dan. We're doing shit. All right.
What do you mean, Dan? Do you know
Check your
those are
facts.
those are 2 Ohio State quarterbacks. How many Penn State quarterbacks are starting in the league right now? Go ahead, I'll wait.
I don't know.
I mean, what? Christian Hackenberg was drafted in the 3rd round? Didn't play a snap.
I
Sweet.
don't know.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
But we don't
Trace
know.
McSorley started 1 game through 93 picks.
He's been starting more than 1 game. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Had to play relief for Lamar Jackson and gave up his ACL so Lamar Jackson could take a shit.
Oh my god.
And that leads me into my next segment right here. The refs are trash.
Yeah.
The refs in college football are awful. They missed 2 calls, 1 for each game, that you could argue decided the game.
Mm-hmm.
In the Michigan TCU game, you cannot overturn that touchdown. There is not enough video evidence to say that, oh, he was bobbling the ball as he hit the ground on the 1-yard line. And they called it a touchdown on the field. But you're saying he had possession of the football on the 1 yard line. You called him back. They fumble on the 1 yard line. Now, I get the argument. They still should have scored. Yeah, you're right. But they didn't. TCU goes on to win. And then in the next game, how do you pick up the targeting flag on Marvin Harrison?
Well, yeah, he was the defense. He had control. He saw the hit coming. He should have been better.
He got hit as the ball got there.
No.
Yeah, no.
There's no be better, Dan.
He should have been better.
He 100% broke the rules of targeting, man.
Actually, he hit him with the shoulder pad to shoulder pad. So
it does not matter.
He launched himself off the ground. He launched himself off the ground. If you launch yourself off the ground and you hit with any part of your body towards with your body to their head, it is a targeting.
But
it should be every
on
time.
top of that, they added in new rules to the targeting this year for college football. All right. Part of that is if a defenseless player gets hit in the head or neck area, and it doesn't have to be head-to-head contact. It can be contact with hands, forearms, arms, shoulder, head, or torso. To that player's upper body, it is targeting on a defenseless player.
But he wasn't defenseless.
So,
but he wasn't.
How was he not defenseless? How was he not defenseless?
He was looking right at him. He saw him coming.
That does not make him that does not change the fact that he was a defenseless receiver.
Dan, if you step off a curb, even though you see a car coming, but you keep walking anyway, and the car hits you, is it the same thing?
Yeah.
Were you defenseless?
Yeah.
Are you defenseless?
Is it the car's fault?
No.
Could you stop the car? Okay, but you're looking right at the problem. You're about to get hit by the car, right?
That's your choice. That's it. It was his choice to take the hit. He saw him coming. He could have said, "Nope, I'm not taking a hit." But he chose to try to make a play, and he got cracked for it and dropped the football.
I'm glad you're bringing in really good logic here. So, that just leads me to what else I want to. There's a wild statement I want to have here. Kele Ringo is trash. You're talking about a guy that's projected a first-round corner. You just let a sophomore absolutely body the shit out of you for 3 quarters until your team decided to execute him on the field to take him out of the game.
No.
That's the only way that boy was able to get a stop.
The game of that Georgia game, it was way too aggressive, and there should have been more flags called earlier in that game before it got out of hand. That's how I see it. They let the game get a little too chippy, and then you're at that point of the game where you're like, man, I really don't want to make a call. And like you said, like there should have been a targeting call against Marvin Harrison. They obviously hurt a couple of Ohio State players in the end of that game. And Georgia came
for Georgia to get enough stops to win this game, had to send Cade Stover, our starting tight end, to the hospital.
Yeah.
They had to, some would say, cripple Marvin Harrison. I mean, you can't do much more in college football to try to take somebody out the game than what Georgia did. And they had to keep on yanking Mayan Williams' ankle, just a little bit here and there, and then what happened? Then he didn't play the rest of the game. So you had to take out our starting running back, tight end, and wide receiver to get enough stops. And you know what almost happened? CJ Stroud said, fuck it, I don't need wide receivers. This Georgia's defense is my bitch. And he marched it down the field. And you know what? I think our kicker should be executed for war crimes.
Yeah.
Because that shank, someone needs to check his text messages because he might have bet Georgia this game.
Yeah.
Hadn't missed a kick from 40 plus since 2019. And you do that? You shank that? Come on. That was the same kick you literally hit 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And you're going to shank that one? That one wasn't even close. That was like in Madden when you turn the kick bar all the way to the left and you just shank that.
Yeah.
Wasn't even close.
He kicked it to the nearest Georgia fan, but here's your souvenir.
So that leads me to go TCU, go Horned Frogs. I hope they win by 35.
I hope they go down by 30 first and then win by 35.
That would be hot.
Okay.
That would be hot. because I am still under soul, body, and mind that Georgia is a fugazi. They are fake. Clip it. We were robbed. We got robbed of a game that Georgia they got bullied in for a majority of the game, and they got bailed out. And you know what? In the end, yeah, we lost, but Georgia, we'll see you next year. We're coming after that ass. And then just remember, in 2028, 2029, we got a home and home. So when you come to the shoe, spread that ass. We're taking it.
Okay, so that's
All right, JT. I really hope that you sang this. If we're still on air doing this in 2020, I hope it ages well for you, because
I hope it
otherwise,
does. You know what? Because you know what happens the 2 years following to home and home with Georgia?
what's that?
Home and home with Alabama. Nick
Oh,
Saban, I'm here.
JT,
Okay.
you're not. JT, you're not there. You're. That's not where you are, bro.
I'm everywhere. I'm in you.
Well,
You can't stop me.
While JT's still on his rant, let's talk a little bit about that TCU Georgia game. What do you expect to see out of this game?
Honestly, Georgia showed me that they have zero pass defense.
Okay.
So I think TCU is going to have a fun time. Michigan's defense is definitely better than Georgia's, and TCU is able to put up good points. So I think this is going to be another high-scoring game. But in the end, unless they execute Quentin Johnston in that game and take him out the game, TCU wins.
I also take a TCU on the dub here for the Natty. Give it to the Frogs, man. Give it to them Frogs.
And you can't not root for TCU. Before the game last weekend, they had 5 players on their entire roster that had played in a bowl game.
That's really wild.
They were 5-7 last year.
Yeah.
So their entire roster had not been in a bowl game, and they come out and put that performance on. Give Sonny Dykes Coach of the Year. TCU wins the Natty. We won it.
All right. Yeah, no. But no, for me, I'm excited to see Max Duggan do what he does. He's a good two-dimensional player. I'm really riding on this TCU team going into this Georgia game. I like Quentin Johnson. I think like you said, like we saw, the Ohio State receivers break down, the Georgia, defenders until they took them out of the game. But, it's going to be exciting to see, Quentin Johnson face some, probably better competition. But I think the run game is what's going to get TCU going in this game.
Well, I mean, Georgia couldn't stop the quarterback run, and we know Max Duggan is that boy, is that dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he will take off. He's got some wheels on him, man.
And well, we're on the end of our college segment here. CJ Stroud, #1 overall. He proved his worth in that game. Give the boy a shot. He will lead you places.
So
let's jump to the NFL.
Welcome to the league.
So we had a rough Monday night. DeMar Hamlin, thoughts and prayers to him. You never want to see anyone go down like that. Didn't look like much on the field, but obviously, had to go to the hospital and everything. You hate to see it. And from what I read, the NFL tried to get the game going 5 minutes after they took him off the field, and both coaches stepped in and said, "We're not playing."
It was the right call.
So
yeah, because I think if they went out and played, someone else probably would have got hurt because emotions were high. Someone's not in the right headspace. They aren't paying attention, take a bad hit, someone gets hurt, or emotions are running way too high and someone attempts to take a nasty shot at another player, hurts them. So it definitely was the right call in suspending the game for at least that night.
I had heard that there was an article that was published that I read that said that they were now not going to reschedule that game.
Yeah.
But instead, they were going to potentially extend the AFC playoffs think, another seed or whatever for something like that instead of that game.
Well, both those teams are going to make the playoffs. There's no implication for either of those teams like not getting a win.
I think
Yeah.
you just give them. I think you just give them. You should just give them a tie.
Well, either way, it really doesn't impact anything.
The only way it actually matters is if the Bills had got a win on Monday, and they beat the Patriots this following Sunday, and the Chiefs lost, that would make them number one. But if the Chiefs win again, and to say whatever happened in that outcome, and the Bengals, won, then it still would have, it didn't matter for the Bills anyway, and they wouldn't be playing. But their starters wouldn't have been playing anyway, so.
That's why I thought maybe just like, just give both teams, give them a 1 in the tie section. Just let it be. Because I wouldn't change anything.
I don't think the Ravens can't see the thing is can the Ravens no because if they have the half point then they won't be able to, the Ravens won't be able to steal the number 1 seed because technically they'll still have one less loss. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. So neither team can lose their first seed out of their own conferences. Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's why I was like, you could just give them both a tie and then not play the game and then move on with our lives.
The big part I want to talk here is, everyone, there's a lot of like non-football fans or non-sports fans that say like football is barbaric and like boxing and fighting sports is barbaric. And no one wants to talk about the human side of the game. Within an hour of Damar Hamlin collapsing and having his issues, his charity had $600,000 donated to it. And to this date, he now has $7 million raised for his charity.
That's absolutely incredible for all the people of the communities. I've seen that a lot of people on social media have been posting like the things that have been donated, and it's NFL owners and NFL teams and individual players giving their money to Damar Hamlin's charity in support of him in this very hard time he's going through right now. And it's very nice to see the NFL community and all of its players reach out and really show that the league is a family.
Yeah. I don't know if you know, but Damar Hamlin's from our area where we all kind of grew up.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's from the McKees Rocks area.
Oh, okay.
He went to Central Catholic and all that. So, very close to where we all grew up. I mean, a little bit closer to me than you guys, but
And big update, he is awake now.
Yes.
He woke up overnight. He still has the breathing tube in, so he can't talk, but they said he's been writing out stuff to talk, and one of the first questions he asked was who won the game.
Yeah. And then the doctor replied to him, which he won the game of life.
Yeah. So
it's
big up for him.
We hope good to see.
We hope a speedy recovery. They say he still has a really good shot of being able to play football again and being able to continue his life like it hadn't happened. So, thoughts and prayers to him. We hope that happens. Never want, especially at 24. I mean, at any point in life, but you never want to see that happen. And, glad he's starting to take a turn for the better.
Yeah, this kind of made me feel like I don't really want to compare these situations, but like it kind of made me feel kind of reminiscent of how like what happened to Ryan Shazier whenever he got hurt, and how it was just such a tense time for that time as well, and everybody kind of banded together and helped him, with his recovery and stuff, and thoughts and prayers were for him as well.
And speaking of Ryan Shazier, he reached out that night, shortly after all that happened, reached out to Hamlin's family and, basically said, if you need anything, let me know.
Yeah, because he also knows he's been down the road of potentially career-ending injury or life-altering injury. He's been there.
Yeah.
Well, it was life-altering for him. Didn't walk for a long time, but yeah.
But jumping to the darker side of last week, Bruce,
it gets darker than that.
We're going to talk about your New York Football Giants.
What do you mean? What's dark, man? We're in the playoffs. We're back.
Kayvon Thibodeau.
I don't even want to hear about that. Don't ask me about that.
Sacks Nick Foles. Yeah. He's having a seizure.
No, he's not.
He's having a seizure. He's shaking on the field. Kayvon Thibodeau is doing a snow angel next to him.
Yep.
Goes to the sideline. Starts going like this on the sideline, telling his teammates, I put that dude to sleep.
Yep.
After the game, gets asked about it, and his response was, when I was doing my snow angel, I didn't realize that he was hurt. Once I realized he was hurt, I stopped celebrating.
That's not what he said.
That is exactly what he said.
No, he was asked about this in an interview, and his response was in the interview that I saw when he was asked about this was, who exactly is the gatekeeper of who and when I can celebrate? Whenever there are rules that are established that says if a player is injured, I can't celebrate on the field after making a play, then you can have this discussion. Until those rules are made, then he's going to do what he wants. If he doesn't know who you are, he's not going to let your comments affect him. That's exactly what he said.
I think it's a gentleman's thing. Like, if
I think the
someone's
NFL
hurt,
needs to give him like a 5 or 6 game fine. Whatever his paycheck should be 5 or 6. That's you don't do that.
It's like, as everyone here who's played some type of sport knows, when someone's hurt, you take a knee, you let the kid get up. You don't want to be out there celebrating after you hurt someone. Like,
Okay, so
that's the same as T. Higgins.
That has ever gotten a sack that has injured a quarterback hasn't celebrated before realizing the player was injured.
I don't mind the snowman celebration, but after that and he realized he was hurt, he went to the sideline and was bragging to his teammates that a dude that he just tackled was having a seizure. That's what
I didn't hear. I didn't see that anywhere.
He's on the sideline pointing to fans, going like this. Well, Nick Foles is being worked on in the middle of the field.
I mean, it's not a great look, but I mean, whatever. He's a rookie. He doesn't know. It's his first year in the league, man.
It doesn't matter. That's not something you do in high school. That's not something you do in college.
Show me the rules. There are no rules against it. So what he did is technically okay. Doesn't mean it is, but technically it's okay. He's allowed to do it because there are no rules against it.
I think if the Eagles come out and, just throw a couple real low blocks at his knees, I think it's justified.
I mean, I don't think that would happen, but all right. I doubt it.
I'm just saying, I think I wouldn't be against it. That's all I'm saying. If someone doesn't have respect for the game and respect for the people they're playing against, the game's got to teach them a lesson. I mean, that's the same situation as, T. Higgins made that catch. DeMar Hamlin comes in and hits him, and then T. Higgins is standing over him, like, celebrating, then going to the sideline like, oh, I just sent that dude to the hospital.
That's not what he did. He didn't
because he has fucking class.
But he didn't stand over him or anything like that. All he was doing was dude, you're blowing this out of proportion.
What are you talking about? He went to the sideline and was celebrating.
Dude, you're blowing this way up. It's not even like that. He's 21. He's a rookie. He'll learn. Let it go.
I don't think so. I think I think you punish a kid for that. That's okay. Have respect for the game. Have respect for people. It's just crosses a line.
Okay.
But boys, let's have a real talk here. Do the Jaguars win their division this week?
Honestly, I think so. I think that this Tennessee Titans team is, in fact, way too hurt to make any type of splash. And I mean, I know they just pulled Derrick Henry off the injury report, like he's projected to play. I do think that Tennessee's going to put up a good fight because even though they really probably shouldn't want to make playoffs, it's more of a pride thing that they've won the AFC South for the past so many years, and they don't want to let the Jacksonville steal it from them. Again, they've basically been uncontested down there. So if Jacksonville wins, you could be like, oh, that's the end of the Tennessee Titans run down there. But like I said, I think Jacksonville's going to win this week. I just think they're way too hot. Like Travis Etienne is playing out of his mind right now. Trevor Lawrence, proven why he's a #1 draft pick. But like I said, the Tennessee Titans are going to make it a close game, but I still think in the very end, it's going to be Jacksonville.
Okay. I'm here to agree with you. I just, like you said, Titans are too hurt in the end. Injuries matter. Too many people are hurt, especially on that offensive line. Titans secure the division here. Or Jaguars secure the division over the Titans.
Mr. Boosie?
I don't need to harp on what you guys just said. You guys are
All right.
right.
That's fair enough.
Do you need me to triple down? Yes, you guys are 100% right.
Yeah, triple down bang, Bruce. Triple down bang. Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay,
right.
fine.
No,
Just game of the Titans.
All right, bet. But so, okay. Who do y'all want to see sneak into the playoffs? The Detroit Lions or the Green Bay Packers? Because this matchup this week matters. Obviously, I know there's a chance.
The
chance
chaos,
to expand
the chaos that would lead me to the most joy would be, everyone wins that the Steelers need to win, and then they lose to the Browns. And the Steelers miss the playoffs. And honestly, that just brings me enough joy right there. I really don't care if it makes the playoffs. Because then Mikey Tomlin's going to have an 8-9 record, and all will be right in the world. Because ever since he's got to build his own roster, they're mediocre.
Jesus. Oh gosh.
It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? My other wild take here, Texans get a dub over the Colts this week.
Yeah.
Bears lose because Justin Fields isn't playing. Bears get the number 1 overall pick.
Okay. All right.
Clip it.
That's what you want.
Put it out there. That's what's happening.
Who are the Bears taking now? Because obviously they're probably not going to take Bryce Young.
Well, now you got a lot of choices. You never really know. They could trade down, get some extra draft picks. Maybe they take Willie Anderson first. Who knows?
Well, actually, they probably would take Bryce Young because then they get an actual quarterback.
Wrong. Bryce Young is a mediocre Justin Fields.
No, Justin Fields is a running back. We all know this.
Yeah. And Bryce Young wants to be a running back, but doesn't have the size or speed to do it.
Okay. I hope that he goes to a team that has to play the Browns every year. I hope
he does too.
And he just shits on you every year.
I hope he does too. I hope the Ravens sign and trade Lamar Jackson to the Texans, get that first overall pick, draft Bryce Young, and we have to play him every year. I hope it happens. I hope the Steelers move up and take Bryce Young. I hope it happens.
Okay.
Don't play this game with me. I hope it happens.
I think JT likes
out here swinging for the fences.
Because you know what? We have the best hands-on quarterback in the NFL.
Oh, okay. Do you know?
That's a bad joke. You don't.
Do you know?
That's a great joke, Bruce.
It might be too soon for that, JT. I don't know.
It is what it is. We're in too deep now.
Okay.
Can't take it back. Can't take it back. We're here. We're here.
Yeah.
But I want to see the Bills dominate the Patriots. Vikings beat the Bears. The Giants are going to rest starters because they can't move up or down in the playoffs. They're going to get mopped by the Eagles.
Fair enough.
Who are going to play their starters to get that first round bye.
They're definitely not going to play their damn starters to get first round
bye.
Already.
I saw a thing yesterday that Jalen Hurts was going to play.
They definitely will not play them the entire game. The Eagles get a definite command lead. The Giants don't care because we're not going to move, so they'll probably only play like maybe the first half if they get 2-3 score lead.
But
bringing that.
What I want to happen, I want the Giants to go to the NFC Championship. I want Daniel Jones to put that backpack on for 2 games.
Daniel Jones has already secured a contract next year.
I want him to put the backpack on for 2 games, go absolutely crazy, and then I want them to give him like a 4-year, like $170, $180 million contract.
Hot take: Daniel Jones is better than Deshaun Watson.
I'm not willing to go there yet.
You
might be right.
Wait. You heard him. He said yet. Doesn't mean
yet. I'm not ready to go there
possible.
yet. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna give him next year. He's a warm-up season. He's coming back.
Okay.
We'll see. Next year, if the wide receivers haven't learned to catch footballs with their feet, I'll admit it.
Dan, clip it. Daniel Jones better than Deshaun Watson.
I'm not ready to go there yet.
All right, boss. All right.
Maybe next year, okay? But I need to see Mike McDaniel in the playoffs. Dolphins win this week. He's a national treasure. Put the man in the playoffs.
Okay.
The
He's a
Browns
national
bred
treasure.
him to be an animal.
Yeah.
It was because it was time with the Browns. Is why it's an
Yes,
animal.
he was our wide receiver coach, and he showed our wide receivers film of Allen Iverson to make them better route runners. He's a national treasure.
Fair enough.
Didn't Mike McDaniel say something like he never thought that he'd be fighting for a playoff spot? Like this is not where he thought the season was going to end for them. Unless I saw like an interview or
No.
something like that.
I don't know, maybe. He's saying wild stuff. I mean, he called Sean McVay one of the most attractive coaches in the NFL history,
Okay.
and then moved on from it like he never said it.
Can we get Mike McDaniels in here for a little interview? That'd be
Get
hot.
the bullet. He's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
He's crazy. Would love it. Would love all of that. Talk about his time in Cleveland with Johnny Manziel. It'll be great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, your best quarterback in your best 10
Hey,
years.
wrong. No, we had Brian Hoyer.
Baker Mayfield's the best quarterback they've
We
ever
had
had.
RG3. We've had a lot of quarterbacks, Dan. Which one are you talking about?
Baker Mayfield's the best quarterback you guys have.
We've had Derek Anderson.
Okay.
I'll throw out some names here, Dan. Charlie Fry. He was a
Tim
number one
Couch.
overall pick.
Tim Couch.
Tim Couch.
How many number one overall picks have you wasted on quarterbacks?
Don't worry
Enough.
about it. It's a lot.
Don't worry about it. Next
Don't worry
question.
about
Don't
it.
worry about it. You don't need to know. That's
Okay.
my secret for you to never find out.
So here's what happens. Cleveland gets the number one overall pick. They draft a quarterback, and then that quarterback then becomes doomed to be a backup and a journeyman for the rest of his career.
Right.
Or injury
But
prone. Those are the only three outcomes.
we actually like to support the career of backup quarterbacks by making them so mediocre in their short time with Cleveland that they get to play a 20-year NFL career, never making a start after they leave Cleveland.
For like
We
the
are-
7 different teams.
We are bag securers for quarterbacks, okay? We get them jobs.
All right.
The
All right.
NFL should thank the Browns.
That's what
We
they do.
make your teams.
They look at the free agency pool and they're like, all right, who spent time in Cleveland for their quarterbacks first?
Yeah.
Every time.
What do you think the Bills did? Come here. The Titans did it this year. Josh Dobbs.
I'm
Come
pretty sure
start for
he
us.
was Steeler first, so
Wrong.
yes.
Wrong. It's just like the Ohio State theory. Okay. If you played for the Browns made you better. Wrong.
Okay.
All I'm saying is he was with the Steelers for multiple years, went to another team and didn't make a start. He was with the Browns for half a season, goes to a different team, immediately the starter. The Browns made him.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sounds like it.
Fight that logic. You can't. It's out there.
Sounds right.
That's a wild statement, but I mean, we respect it.
Let's go to the pick'ems, boys.
Pop
right.
pick'ems.
We have a quarterback who just played out of his mind. Some of them called him the next Tom Brady a few years ago.
Was it Brock Purdy?
He came out here and absolutely dotted the 49ers defense. One of the only quarterbacks this year to have 3 touchdown passes against the 49ers defense. Dan, why did you guys get rid of Jared Stidham? And why is Mac Jones your starter now?
Jared Stidham's not good.
Yeah,
That's
he is.
not what he said last week.
We all saw.
Yeah, it's like a one-hit wonder. It's not going to happen again. No.
I mean, yes, they lost, but I mean, 23 for 34, 365, and 3 tugs? Come on.
I feel like maybe it's lack of film.
Oh, lack of film. Oh, Raiders
I don't know. Because Devontae Adams looked like daddy again. 7 catches, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Defense had lack of film on Jared Stidham. I'm saying it's a lack of film.
He made a couple starts in the
New
Patriots,
England.
I think.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
How long ago was that? I haven't seen him take a snap since then.
since last year,
practice.
2 years ago.
Since Tom Brady? Yeah,
No,
since
he was there the year after Tom Brady.
Did he play?
Yeah. Because everyone thought he was next up, including all Patriots fans, including Dan. Dan was
Whoa.
he's next.
Dan's doing some research real quick. Hang on.
Don't put this evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Dan has been claiming that they have had 3 of the next Tom Brady's. Name them, Dan.
Well,
You
I
know
feel
who
like
I'm talking about.
I
You
feel
know
like
who you
every
said.
quarterback who has a good game for the Patriots is just going to be like, oh, he's the next Tom. He's the next Tom. That's not going to be their thing. Pittsburgh had that 6 rings thing for a long time. Every Patriots quarterback's going to be, oh, you're the next Tom because you broke this record or you did this or that or you played this.
There's 3 quarterbacks in the league right now that Dan loves.
Okay.
Jared Stidham,
Okay.
Bailey Zappi,
Okay.
Mac Jones.
Interesting.
You also forgot Jimmy Garoppolo and Jacoby Brissett.
True.
Interesting.
Dan believes they are all starting quarterbacks in the NFL. He's said it multiple times off podcast. He just has also said, if I say this on podcast, people will ridicule me, so I'm going to keep my opinions to myself. We're exposing you, Dan.
Since Dan is the editor, he can just say these belligerent things and just cut it out. So, like, we know what he actually says. Don't
That
worry.
does happen a lot. Dan does like to chop out stuff where he realizes afterwards, rewatching it, that was bad. I'm going to take that out. He cuts whole segments all the time.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Hot statement. Hot statement.
What are we even paying you for, Dan?
And by the way, you're wrong. He was not with the Patriots last year. It was 2 years ago, bitch.
That's what I said a year or 2 ago. Don't put that on me. My stats are always 90% accurate. Calm down.
We're gonna go 87%, and you can take it or leave it.
I'll push it to 89.
We can make a deal.
Okay,
I'll meet you at 85.5.
I don't know if you know how this works, but okay, we can do that. All right, let's move on to these pick'em games. All right, so first up, JT.
Chiefs Raiders.
All right.
Jared Stidham. Why do you think we're talking about him?
So you're taking the Raiders in this game?
Absolutely not. Well, you know what? Yeah, because the Chiefs aren't going to play anybody.
Pat's gonna sit. Like
Raiders.
Juju will probably sit. Chris Jones will sit. Like
actually, yeah, give me the Raiders late. Chiefs don't care.
I was really thinking this is definitely a game for the Raiders because the Chiefs backups are probably playing this week. There's no reason for anyone to get hurt. You know, especially with the Bills might not play week 18. It's a very real possibility. Yep. So give me the Raiders.
Yeah. Next game, Saturday night, Titans at Jags. Give me Jags. We talked about this already.
Give me the Jags too.
Actually, the NFL confirmed 15 minutes ago that they will not be playing that Bills-Bengals game.
That's not what I was talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, there's not going to be an extra bye week, though.
No. They might not play. There's also a chance that they might not play Sunday against the Patriots.
Oh,
well, yeah.
Yeah, in which because the Bills could still forfeit the game, which will be a 1-0 win for New England.
Yeah.
So that's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, give me the Jags.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what's the matchup?
Jags Titans.
I don't even think I even did the Raiders, but I want the Raiders and I want the Jags.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. 1:00 games. Tampa Bay in Atlanta.
Give me Tampa Bay. They're just trying to win this division.
They already won the division.
They're trying to win this division.
I'm going Falcons because Bucks are going to bench everybody because they already got the division locked up.
Yeah, give me Falcons.
Bills Patriots. Now this pick will be nullified if they don't play, but if they play, give me Bills. Right off the emotions.
Regardless,
I'll take Buffalo if the game is played.
I told you boys I was going to do it. I'm sticking to my word. We're taking New England.
And you know what's happened since you stuck to your word?
They've won.
They're 1-2 and are not going to make the playoffs.
What are you talking about? They've won every game since then. You have no proof otherwise. Moving on.
Selective editing. We keep telling you, boys. Minnesota at Chicago. Give me Minnesota.
I'll take the purple people eaters.
Ain't no way the Bears get a win without Justin Fields. No way.
I don't know. Give me Chicago.
Yeah, who they have playing quarterback? You know?
No, but it's still better than fucking Kirk Cousins, who the fuck is slaying a rock for them. Dalvin Cook hasn't done anything in 97 weeks. Jay Jettis over there getting fucking grittied on all day. Like,
joke's on you. Justin Jefferson's going to play quarterback, and Dalvin is going to play tight end. And Kirk's going to play running back.
Okay, that's hot.
Yeah, it's the 3-stack special.
I just want chaos. Is that too much to ask?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am the only one that can root for chaos.
I just
But
don't see why the
the
Vikings are playing
answer-
any of their people.
The answer is Nathan Peterman is starting for the Bears.
Ooh.
I mean,
Good
that's
pick,
still
Dan.
that's
Good pick, Dan. You did
You
it.
think I'm changing my pick? No.
Yeah, you should.
Shit. Chi-Town. Give me Chi-Town, baby.
Is this Nathan Peterman's breakout game? Is he
Yeah,
gonna throw
fuck
for
yeah.
5 touchdowns?
Yeah, he's gonna do that. Then he's gonna get signed by the Giants for another massive deal. That way, he gets to have more quarterbacks on the roster.
Okay.
He just needs to be a journeyman. That's all. That's all we want from him.
Baltimore at Cincinnati. Give me Cincy.
Yeah, give me Cincy.
Baltimore's one player too hurt.
Yeah,
They haven't done anything in weeks.
I'll take Cincinnati. I kind of wanted to go with Baltimore here for the last game of the year, but I'll take Cincinnati.
They haven't put up more than 17 points in the past 5 weeks.
Yeah, I get it, but divisional games, everyone in the AFC North usually plays pretty good whenever those games are on. Usually, they're pretty good to watch.
All right.
Houston at Indianapolis. Taking Houston. The Colts are #tanking for a quarterback.
Give me a tie.
You want to tie? Okay. I want the
You
Texans.
going to the Texans having 2 ties this year?
2 shit-licking offenses against each other. Let's go.
Yeah. But you have to understand, they tied with the Colts week 1.
Yeah,
Yep.
that'd be the
You think
oddest.
they're doing it again?
ESPN would never stop talking about that if that ever happened. Like, it'd be like 10 years from now, they'd be like, remember that one time in 2022, 2023 season where the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts tied at the very beginning and end of the season? What a crazy stat. Like, what?
You know what? Change
both
my
those teams had 5 wins combined.
Damian Pierce is going to break the rushing record of this game.
Okay.
Yep, I said it.
Who'd you pick, Dan?
Oh, Texans.
Okay. Jets at Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Mike McDaniel's got to make the playoffs. Mike McDaniel's Dolphins.
Give me the Fins.
Well, since the Patriots wins, it doesn't matter what the Fins do. Give me the Fins.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Dan, you're bold out here.
Panthers at Saints. It's a tough one. Give me the Saints. They're riding hot right now.
Yeah, give me the Saints as well.
I'll take the Panthers.
The Panthers can't win the division. I'm off that train. Fuck them.
Yeah,
I'll take the Panthers.
You left the station.
Yeah.
I'll take them. I'll take them the last game of the year.
Okay. The last 1:00 game, Browns at Steelers. This is an easy answer for everyone here. Browns.
Steelers.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what Dan can't follow directions. The kid's a little slow.
Give me Pittsburgh.
Nice.
Ooh.
I'm glad I'm on a podcast with a bunch of.
Yeah. And cut the black. All right.
First 420 game. The Chargers at Broncos.
Give me the Bolts.
Yeah, same. Give me the Chargers.
I'm taking Russ and the Broncos in this game.
Yeah, are you?
Well, I worry because one of the possible matchups for the Chargers is they could end up facing the Chiefs real early in the playoffs, and I worry, and I feel like they're going to want to sit some of those people to keep them from getting injured again because the Chargers are one of the most injury-prone franchises of all time. Derwin's soft, Joey Bosa's soft.
No, he's been playing years with an abdominal injury. Okay, the kid's tough.
Soft. All right.
Tough.
No, but I feel
problem.
like the Chargers are going to sit a lot of other people because they're finally healthy. They just don't want some of those people to get hurt, especially possibly having to play the Chiefs, early in the playoffs, which, would be tough, especially since both of their games have been close. They've only lost by a field goal in those 2 games, and it's hard for the Chiefs to beat them 3 times. I feel like the Chargers being healthy, that would help them. So I feel like they're not going to risk injury. Give me the Broncos.
Okay, next 5. Speed round. Let's go. Giants at Eagles.
Eagles.
Eagles dub. Giants can't move. Let's go.
Eagles.
Okay. Bruce, did you pick against the Giants?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Cardinals at Niners.
Niners.
Give me the Niners.
I don't think the Niners are going to play everybody, but I think they still win.
Yeah.
Rams at Seahawks.
Give me Seattle.
I think my boy woke up feeling dangerous. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, give me the
Yeah.
Rams.
Who'd
Give
you
me
have
the
then?
Rams. The Rams.
Rams. Okay. Cowboys at the Skins.
I
Give me
can't tell
Commanders.
you. Has Dallas made the playoffs?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
so secured.
Oh, okay. So then give me the Redskins.
Hey, Commanders for chaos. Let's go. Dan, who do you got?
I said the Commanders.
You
and
need
you
to
gave me
speak
the.
louder.
You gave me a dirty look.
Speak up, idiot.
I said Commanders. You went.
Give me the
Yeah, fuck-
Because your pick was dumb. My pick,
Oh. Okay.
Detroit at Green Bay.
Man, Aaron Rodgers really came alive against the
Yeah.
Vikings and showed that he's still who we know he can be. So like I'm gonna roll with Aaron Rodgers for a second week in a row.
JT,
Yeah, no, go ahead, Dan. I got a statement.
Oh yeah.
give me the Lions.
Please. Okay. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers gets a dub this week. They go on a tear. They make it to the NFC Championship game to lose in the NFC Championship game. Let's go Packers this week.
So how can you have two outcomes? How can you say you want the Giants to do the same thing, but also want the Packers to do the same?
Because they're
thing?
both
What if
gonna
they
lose.
both go there? Then who do you want to win? Who do you want to win if they both go?
Oh, the Packers, clearly. I only want the Giants to win games if Daniel Jones is playing out of his mind so that he gets an even bigger bag. It is the chaos that I want.
Dude, I don't even think Daniel Jones is the worst option anymore.
I
Like-
think you need to give Daniel Jones Deshaun Watson money. Keep him
I-
around the franchise.
That's 100% not. He has not earned that yet.
Give him top 5 quarterback money. You need to keep a quarterback. The last time you kept a quarterback for a long time, you won 2 Super Bowls and you went 500 for about 37 years straight. Okay?
Yeah, see, but like he's showing consistency right now, but I need to see a little bit more of consistency and more inconsistency, so I know that we have truly found our discount Eli Manning.
All I know is you bagged Eli Manning, so you need to bag the boy Daniel Jones. This has been the Boys and Ball podcast. If you like to hit the like button, subscribe. Bow.